Monday morning.
There you
Thank
go.
you, son. There are reports that President Obama will sign an executive order, maybe this week, that would give amnesty to up to 5 million illegal immigrants. Listen to what the president said when asked if he'd consulted his legal team.
But in those 5 months, sir, since you said you were going to act,
Yeah.
have you received the legal advice from the Attorney General about what limits you can
Yes.
you have and what you can do?
Yes.
And would you tell us what those are?
No. I will tell them when I make the announcement. But it's a good try, though.
Oh, very funny. All rise. Judge Andrew Napolitano is with us this morning. What do you think of that response?
I thought it was a little smug, and I thought the question was really an excellent one. He has two legal teams. He has the White House Legal Counsel, which is a lawyer with about 25 or 30 lawyers who work for that lawyer. He also has something, as our friends in the Wall Street Journal point out this morning, called OLC, the Office of Legal Counsel in the Justice Department. The president's White House team almost always tells the president what they think he wants to hear. The OLC and the Justice Department are ordinarily very serious legal scholars who do not necessarily tell the president what he wants to hear. I don't know what legal advice they gave him, but we start with this proposition. Something can be legal and unconstitutional at the same time. He is the chief law enforcement officer in the land. He can legally say to the Attorney General, stop all deportations. He can lawfully do that.
Okay.
He can do that because he has what's called prosecutorial discretion. He can decide how the prosecutors should spend their money. For example, go after drug dealers and bank robbers instead of illegal aliens. It's a policy decision he can make. What's the check on that? The check on that is what's called gross abuse. What does gross abuse mean? That means when the effect of his decision defies the law, has the opposite effect of the law, he has abused his discretion. The law is, you're here illegally, you have to register and leave. He is refusing to enforce that law by the exercise of his discretion. That makes it unconstitutional. That means he's violating his oath to enforce the laws. What's the remedy for that?
Politics.
Impeachment.
Yes, impeachment.
I don't think the Republicans will do it, but that is the right. I'll tell you this, Stuart.
Hold on a second, Judge. This is legal wrangling, getting from this council or that council. It's irrelevant, Judge. It is irrelevant because
it is irrelevant to you and me, and it is irrelevant to the vast majority of Americans. In his mind, it is not irrelevant. As long as he can find somebody who works for the government who gave him legal advice to justify it, he'll claim that he can do it.
He's going to do it anyway, whether he gets good legal advice on it or not. He's going to do it. The solution to this is politics. The vote. He has to be opposed politically, not legally. I mean, it'll take forever.
He has the reins of power for the next 25 months.
Yes.
The Republicans probably could deny funds for certain things, but he's not affirmatively doing anything. He's negatively saying we will not spend money on prosecution.
That's what look, all of this legal wrangling is irrelevant. I'm sorry to say that your legal judgment is irrelevant, but it is. It's politics.
The American public is entitled to a president who enforces the law. He took an oath to enforce the law. The word faithfully is in there, meaning whether you agree with the law or not. And he's not violating that. I will tell you this, the case for impeachment against Barack Obama, if he does not enforce these immigration laws, is far sounder than the case for impeachment was against Bill Clinton. Not even a close call.
And it's still not going to happen.
Probably not. Because that then becomes a question of the political courage of the party in power.
And that would distract the entire country from getting on with the business of solving these chronic problems in our society.
They have to make a hard choice, distracting the country from the hard choices and putting the president on the defensive and all those awful things that happen when the president is being impeached, or living with a lawless president who acts like he's a prince.
Well, you know what's going to happen now? The Democrats will seize on what you just said, because you mentioned that word. And they're now going to say, see what these people want to do? They want to impeach the president and distract the country from all of our problems.
I said that's the remedy under the Constitution. He can't be voted out of office. That's the remedy.
Yes.
And, of course, he does have a backstop.
His party.
He does have a backstop to impeachment. It's called Biden.
What's that mean?
It means that's who'd replace him. Come on.
Oh, I see.
Is that what they want?
I'm a little slow. Sorry, Judge. Took me a while, on a Monday morning.
Take your tea, Stuart, with caffeine in it.
I think I will. Judge Napolitano, thank you, sir.